Hey guys, how's it going? So some serious footage has been released by Candace Owens here. Some serious implicating footage that makes Steven Crowder look really, really bad. Before I get into it though, guys, I do have a music channel linked in the description below. And if you see right up there in the top right corner, you click that banner that just came across that says music channel link. Click on that. Music channel thing pops up. You could subscribe right there. It would help me a lot if we get to 1,000 subscribers. It would seriously help me a lot. I review pedals and stuff. I got these unboxings I need to do here. Probably I'll do them all today and fit them all into a bunch of different videos as time goes on. But anyway, I play amps, play through, my guitars into amps, review everything. I'm fixing to do cover songs and stuff. It's going to be a good time. I can guarantee it. It's going to be a good time. So let's get into the nitty gritty of this. Oh, and also follow me on Twitter. All my links are in the description below. Just letting you know. Open another tab. Click into that link. If you hold shift and click the link too, it pops open another tab automatically. Just letting you know. So thank you all again. Candace Owens here releases video. I have issues with it, and I have things to say about Crowder for it, okay? Well, why would I be making a video if I didn't have anything to say on it? I did a test run, though, with my wife. I showed my wife the footage. She was instantly against Crowder. I brought a little nuance into it and asked her some simple questions, and it came back to neutrality, okay? And that's where we're going to essentially end up here. I'm just going to give you the straight up, exact direction that I am going with this, so you're not blindsided by anything. But if you watch the video, you're going to understand why. There's pieces missing to the puzzle that you probably have not asked yourself. This may even be the final nail in the coffin for you against Steven Crowder, and you'd be like, no, he's a monster, I'm done. And that's fine, okay? That's totally fine to be like that. I'm not going to sit here and tell you all you're wrong, because you might not be. Steven Crowder may be a monster. But try to calm yourself and think about the situation for a second, okay? First and foremost, who has access to this video? Well, there's Steven Crowder and Hillary Crowder. Clearly, Candace has made contact with Hillary Crowder. I doubt Steven released this to her. So, clearly, she got the video from Hillary Crowder. There's no doubt about that. There's no other place she could have gotten that from. Who else had that footage? Okay? So, even if it was like a friend of Hillary Crowder, well, she clearly shared it with that friend. So, Hillary Crowder leaked this video. Now, that being said, this starts in the middle of the argument. We have no idea what happened beforehand. We see Crowder acting like a jerk. But whenever you're arguing with your spouse, is anybody ever nice? No, in the end, you're both jerks and you both apologize. That's almost always what happens. You know what I mean? At least that's what I feel is normal. Is that not? Is it not normal for you both to kind of be jerks to each other and then both apologize in the end? I'm just saying. And if you all, I wonder how many people are going to comment, nope, my spouse is always wrong. That actually would be funny. But no, seriously, me and my wife, we bicker at each other all the time. We make up for it. I don't know. It's just strange because, well, you'll see what I mean. I'll point out the facts. We're going to watch the video now in full.
Footage. I'm just going to allow you to watch it in its entirety.
I drew a boundary. I drew a boundary. No, you just did it. I drew a boundary at abusive and cruel. You were not.
Now, he drew a boundary at abusive and cruel, and he says because that is abusive. So, what did she do? Honestly, what did she do before this? I really want to know. Or did she do anything? Who knows? So there's already a big piece of the puzzle missing. Maybe Steven Crowder's being a jerk the whole time, but why would he say that? Especially if he didn't think this video was ever going to get out there, okay? It's very strange to me.
I'm not taking the car. Because if you refuse to do wifely things.
I hate how there's text for what he's saying and not text for what she's saying, so that, I don't know, that drives me nuts too.
Then I will go pick up the groceries.
There's no groceries. I do have
Steaks, wood pellets, my grill. I know it's an unreasonable request, but I'll go do it. How about you first?
Sweetheart,
Hillary, how do you respect the man? Yes. Other than man, the other man, you see love.
The other man you see, the mother comes back. That's a weird implication. Now, when people are sitting here saying, why couldn't he let her leave and all that? Well, what if the abusive and cruel thing is she's seeing another man, he knows about it, they're trying to work through it, and he's saying, no, I don't trust you to leave the house. Like, you cannot leave at the moment unless you want this marriage to end. Because if she is going and seeing other men, I would draw the boundary right there saying, you're not leaving this house unless you want the marriage to end. There's two ways out. I'm not going to keep you here, but if you leave, I'm not going to be here anymore. I don't think that's unreasonable if that's the case. But conveniently, Candace Owens leaves this out. Why? Why does she leave out that Crowder said, the other man you see? I don't understand why Candace Owens would be so one-sided on this. There's very clearly some turmoil going on here. And she wants to use this footage to make Crowder look so bad. I'd be just as offended if somebody used this footage to make Hillary look bad. Guys, this is a personal thing going on here. This is nobody's business. But right here, it does clearly say the other man you see. So Crowder is ultimately giving her an ultimatum. And you'll see it later in the video. If you leave here, then this is over. By no means is Crowder saying you will stay here and you will like it. And you'll see what I'm saying.
No. Other than man, no, you're not taking the car.
Stephen,
You're not taking the car.
Stephen,
You are not.
then I will ask them to pick me up. Would you like me to ask?
Who would you like me to ask? Is that a threat? Now, do you understand why he says that? Because when she's saying, who would you like me to ask? I have a feeling she's implying the guy that, if you don't let me leave here, well, I'll get that guy over here to come pick me up. That's what it sounds like to me. Now, I'm sure that's what it sounded like to him too. But maybe she didn't mean that. We don't actually know. She may have been like, well, how about you actually pick who can pick me up? Maybe my mother or maybe my friend or something like that. But the thing about it is I don't know exactly what's going on. And to jump to conclusions by any means is just wrong. But Candace did jump to conclusions. That really irritates me. And Candace really goes to show some... You'll see.
Right?
It's not a threat, Stephen.
Get an Uber.
Okay, Stephen, I can't.
So he gave her the option of getting Uber. Okay? That's an interesting thing because she could technically just Uber to the guy's house. So there's that. But I don't know. I guess maybe it's so they can track exactly where she went. But for some reason, she doesn't want to do that. And she's like, I got to get groceries. I can't do this. And it's like, well, actually, why can't you Uber, pick up groceries, and then Uber back? I'm kind of... You know what I mean? It's clear that she doesn't want to just go pick up groceries to me. Because I wouldn't necessarily have a problem doing that. You know what I'm saying? So, if I wanted to go somewhere else that I wasn't supposed to go, I would tell somebody that I'm just going to go pick up groceries and come right back. I'll pick everything up you need and I'll be back. But, I don't know. It's a little strange. Especially in a point in time where we hear Steven Crowder literally accuse her of talking to another guy and she doesn't deny it. So, it's a little odd, isn't it? It is a little odd.
Feeling some constraints?
Steven.
Like, I can't
Steven.
go... listen to me. You want to walk out right now? Listen to me. I can't go to the gym. I can't go to my parents. I can't call my friends. I can't be home. You're going to take the car and leave me here. Hillary, just think of how boxed in you've made me.
What do you...
That's interesting, though. Why is he not allowed to go to the gym? Why is he not allowed to go anywhere else? Why is he not even allowed to call his friends? Why has she set boundaries like that for Steven Crowder? I don't understand. It seems they both boxed each other in. This was never going to work out. They've both completely and totally boxed each other in. But of course, my question is why? See, details that are being completely left out. And we're supposed to draw conclusions from Candace Owens' narrative. And that's a little messed up. Clearly, she has put boundaries on him too. But they're going to make Steven Crowder out to be the monster. And that's strange. I don't think any of them are monsters. I think both of them are going through a tough time at this point, and they both ended up in divorce. They both did cruel things to each other, and they both did good things for each other, I would surely imagine. So let's keep going.
You need me to pick up. I'll get it. I'll be back when I'm back.
No, that doesn't work either. You'll be back when you're back. That doesn't work either.
See,
Do you understand the difference between my life being set to the second and you going, I'll be back when I'm back?
Yeah, and see, that's exactly what he's talking about there. He says, do you understand my life being set to the second, but you'll just be back when you're back? That's not fair. It's not fair by any means. Why does she get to control him to that aspect? And yet, she gets to run out and have a time wherever, doing whatever. You can't do that to your spouse. You know what I mean? So just as much as my wife can go out and do whatever she wants at any given time, so can I. You know what I mean? Now, believe it or not, I actually don't really go anywhere at all. I just prefer to hang out at the house with the kids. And my version of fun actually is going to be inviting my best friend over later on. We're all going to grill out steaks and hang out and stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's my plan for today. So all in all, I don't really go anywhere. My wife goes places all the time, and yeah, we just like it that way. You know what I mean? That's just our dynamic. So I don't know. I love going out to places, but when I do go out to places, it's usually like taking the family out to like a hike or to the park or something like that, because I'm a really outdoorsy person for the most part. I don't really need to go anywhere. I hate shopping a lot. Even for me, I make a list before I go. When I get to the store, I beeline it to everything I need and I'm out. I don't like to spend more than 15 minutes in a store. And then I'm back here home playing guitar, or we're going to a park or something where I can just spend time outside, you know. Kids run around. My daughter, like, I try to put her in front of the TV. She doesn't want to. It sucks on rainy days because she's like, outside. I want to go outside. And it's like, kid, it's like 40 degrees out. And it's raining. I wish I could take you outside. I really do. But, you know, she inherited that from me, I imagine. The whole just wanting to be outside 24/7, which is awesome. I love that. But all in all, you get what I'm saying, though. You both have to come to an agreement that's fair. And if one person is constrained and the other person's not, that's messed up, you know?
The only way out of this is discipline and respect. It's the only way out of it, or we're at an impasse.
We are at an impasse.
Good. Because you can't have any discipline and respect.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. You throw your hand, you give up so easily.
I don't give up, Stephen.
Hillary,
Stephen?
you give up so easily.
I have no idea what they're giving up on. So that's missing context as well.
So the only way out of this is discipline and respect. You said, then we're at an impasse.
Stephen, no, we are at an impasse, okay? I love you, but Stephen, your abuse is sick. Your abuse
Watch it.
is sick.
Watch it. Watch it.
I'm gonna let go. I'll get what you need me to get. And I need some space. We need to just stop engaging for a little bit, okay? I love you. I love you very much.
I don't love you. That's the big problem. I've never received love from you. And the fact is, when I go, look, I need you to do A, B, C, and D, you just be disciplined about it, you go, no. But I love you more than life itself. Okay. Put on some gloves. No. But I love you more than life itself. That's not fair. That's not fair, and it's disingenuous. Hillary, you're right. We're at an impasse. Become someone, listen to me, day in and day out, worthy of a wife. No, not as a wife. I didn't say as a wife.
That was a little weird. Does he cut himself off, or does the audio get cut off?
Listen to me, day in and day out, worthy of a wife. No, not as a wife.
That cuts. Why does that cut? That cuts. Do you see how that cuts? What is that about?
Listen to me, day in and day out, worthy of a wife. No, not as a wife.
Did you see the glitch? His hand went from here to here immediately. I don't know. Worthy of a wife, worthy, and then it cuts. I don't know what he actually says there. It could have just been the ring video itself cutting out, because they do that. Or it could have been an edit, but it didn't look like an edit because it kind of looked like it froze for a minute, so I think the ring video cut out. But I don't know what he says there, so that kind of sucks.
Wife. I didn't say the wife. Hillary, come on now.
I'm not going to engage. I'm not going to engage anymore. I'm going to go. I'll text me what you need. I'll get you what you need. I love you. I'm committed to you.
Why would you have to say, I'm committed to you? Like, that's just such a weird thing, especially from the before comment where it's like you're talking to other guys and going and seeing them. I don't know. Like I said, it's not something that she disputes. It's a little odd.
Are you committed enough to do those things?
I'm not trying to.
Put on some gloves. Are you committed enough to do those things? I don't know what he's referencing.
Are you committed enough to do those things? You're not committed to anything. You're not committed to anything. You just said I love you. I'm committed to you. Walk the dogs. Put on some gloves. Walk the dogs.
Walk the dogs front. Wait, he said walk the dogs, put on some gloves, but what do you mean walk the dogs? You got a heck of a yard, heck of a house. Here's his dog. Do people with large yards end up walking their dogs? I don't know. That's weird. But is he making a metaphor? I have no idea.
Are you committed enough to do those things? Are you committed enough to do those things? Are you committed enough to do those things?
Well, there's a dog leash, so I guess it's literal.
I'm gonna just
walk the dogs. Put on some gloves. Are you committed enough to get the medication the dogs take?
Wait. What's this? So okay, this is some sort of thing where it's like, hey, just walk the dogs if you need space. Go walk the dogs. I get what he's saying now, but listen to this.
Walk the dogs. Put on some gloves. Are you committed?
Are you committed enough to get the medication? Now, that's a little strange to me, but here's the thing. Is he trying to medicate her to keep her locked down? Is he being very devious or something? Or did she get diagnosed with something, but is deciding she doesn't want to get medication for it? And maybe it's creating a massive rift. We have no idea. Okay? Guys, nuance and keeping an open mind is everything. It's so easy to jump on this video and sit here and say that Steven Crowder was an absolute monster and a jerk in this video. But did he ever once raise his voice? Did he ever scream at her? Did he ever call her names? Never did any of that, did he? And for someone who's very abusive, I would imagine, shoot, who hasn't had parents that got actually pretty riled up? And in this video, a lot of people can sit here and say that this was horrendous. But I'm looking at you guys in my audience right now, and I guarantee you all have been in worse arguments than this, whether it be with your spouse or a friend or family member. This was hardly the worst thing I had ever seen. And while a lot of people are going to watch this and be like, wow, that was cruel, people act this way at times, especially behind closed doors, and we have no idea what pushed them to this. Not a clue. We have no idea what happened before this. We have no idea if she... Good God. We have no idea if she ended up doing something very horrendous before this argument happened. We have no idea if she's so calm here for the camera that she knew she was going to release. We have no clue. Maybe she never planned on releasing this footage and just happened to go back and be like, I found the argument. Maybe it was all legitimate. Maybe it does get worse than this, and Steven is an absolute abusive prick. But if you're telling me that I should come to a conclusion from this video, you'd be out of your mind. Now look at what Candace adds. As the Crowders head inside, Steven gets angrier and angrier. And by his own admission, where did he admit this? If somebody could comment down the description, or in the comment section below to tell me where Steven actually admits this, because I've never heard of this before. Screams, I will blank you up at his pregnant wife Hillary, who then flees their home. The problem is...
Take Betty.
It ends. It completely and totally ends. Now, apparently, here's the confession, maybe?
Take a listen.
I explained to you a little bit what it is. You know, a lot of people say, why are you smoking? My heart is actually great, but my heart doesn't work great. And the reason my heart doesn't work great is, long story short, because of a connective tissue disorder I have, and my chest is caving in on my heart. So I've got about...
Oh, I actually have a friend who has that exact issue. I didn't know that that's what Steven Crowder was going through. That's a little wild.
I'm at a little more than half of the blood flow that you guys have, ventricular output from my heart. So it's a mechanical fix. And I don't know, maybe I'll feel like Lance Armstrong, you know, like I'm on EPO after this, because I don't know what it's like to go through life with full blood flow. To me, I'm looking forward to it, not looking forward to the pain. Lance Armstrong, by the way, with the 3 balls, not the one.
Okay, that's funny.
So yeah, it's overall a positive thing, and honestly, I've probably needed a little bit of rest. It comes in the form of having my chest cracked open.
Obviously, he had the surgery and then his lung collapsed. And here is us praying for him, praying that he...
Okay, I don't care about your petty garbage here, Candace. That's just ridiculous. Well, see, here's us being good to Steven. And it's just... Look, I thought this would be the video of him. The simple fact is that Miss Owens... as shown in the clip, made thinly veiled threats directed at Mr. Carter. Yeah. And that's the truth, too. She did. Look, Candace Owens is the monster in this situation for sure. You're releasing footage that you don't know the context for at all. You have no idea what Steven Crowder's wife may have done to him. And we have no idea that there may be worse stuff that Steven Crowder has done to his wife behind closed doors outside the camera. None of us know anything. But to release a partial argument, and I mean a partial argument because they were arguing the moment the video started, which means there was an argument going on beforehand. For anybody to take sides on this at all, I'm calling you out right now. If you take sides over this video on who's right and who's wrong, you're a freaking idiot. Because if it comes out that she's been cheating on Crowder this whole time, and he gave her the ultimatum of we're either going to 1, divorce, or 2, you can make up for it by not leaving the house and showing me that you're committed to me. He gave her options. And then it turns out that she wanted to break the option, but also try and stay married to him. Doesn't work that way. At that point, if you're going to be a cheater, you know, and that's exactly the foot I would put down. If for some reason my wife went and did that, I would give her those same 2 options. I'd say there's 1 or 2 options. We split, or you prove you're actually committed to me. You know what I mean? That's just that. And if she doesn't want to do the other, then I'm just going to go my other way. You know what I mean? Because nobody deserves to be cheated on. Nobody deserves to go through that. And you absolutely deserve to be allowed to just walk on out and be like, you know what? I'll find someone else who isn't going to do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's unreasonable by any means. For Candace to release this video just to get back at Crowder, it goes to show how vindictive she is and how awful of a human being she is. This is the same Candace Owens, and I'm going to unsubscribe. This is the same Candace Owens that doxed a bunch of minors with her social autopsy. And it's still up. You can access all that information. She has never apologized for that. The only thing she said is, I'm a different person from when I was then. And yet she wants to go around pointing the finger at people she doesn't like. She wanted to try and accuse Steven Crowder of flirting with her with 0 evidence of him flirting with her. Very AOC-like. She lied about the contract being negotiable between Daily Wire and Steven Crowder. Candace has just an absolute history of lying through her teeth about everything and being an SJW while she's at it. That is all she's done. Guys, I am not saying Steven Crowder didn't do anything bad to his wife. But that video doesn't show me that he did do anything bad to his wife either. I'll continue to remain neutral about it. And if his wife continues to leak more footage to prove Steven Crowder's a monster, then hey, all for it. I'll admit it. I'm not connected to Steven Crowder by any means. I don't watch his videos either. So don't get confused by it. I'm not some Steven Crowder fan, okay? I'm looking at this from a neutral perspective. And if I don't have enough information to sit here and definitively say, yeah, this is what happened, I'm not going to say that's what happened. And for people to be like, well, you don't know Crowder. Like, I watch Crowder all the time, and he's clearly like this, so therefore I'm going to make an entire judgment on it. I'm going to say to you, you're an idiot. I don't care how much you watch Crowder. I don't care how much you don't like Crowder or how much you think you know Crowder. You don't know Crowder any more than I know Crowder. That's just such a stupid statement. Well, look at all the co-hosts he's went through. Well, he's only had one co-host ever. That was the other guy. He's had a couple of producers in and out. But what about the rest of his crew? Guys, do you all realize he's got almost 50 employees? How many of them were interchangeable? So he's gone through a couple hosts, but you don't even ask about his other employees. Little strange how that happens. Everyone's suspecting that Not Gay Jared and him had a huge falling out. Well, until Not Gay Jared says that they had a huge falling out, stop assuming that. That's a really dumb thing to do, guys. It's a really childish thing to do. It's playground antics. It's drama that's there that you have no idea. Now, if he comes out and says something, there's something to cover. But if Not Gay Jared never comes out and says anything, then stop assuming something happened. Because it very well may be that nothing happened, and you're going to look like an idiot if that's the case. Now, is it likely something happened? I think it's likely something happened. But I have no clue. People need to stop jumping to conclusions and learn to be patient. Guys, information will always come out. At some point in time, Not Gay Jared will make some sort of statement. It may not be for another 15 years. He'll do it at some point. And when he does, it may just be like, yeah, I don't know, Steven Crowder wouldn't let me host my own show on there. I wanted to host my own show on these subjects, and he just thought it wasn't a good idea. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go do it myself. And then you're going to look like an idiot. Or maybe that Steven Crowder punched him in the mouth. Who knows, right? Could be something way out of left field that you would have been like, I didn't see that coming. It could have happened. Jumping to conclusions isn't going to help you. It's really dumb to jump to conclusions, guys. Stop it. This is a very personal matter. And Candace just crossed the line on that. And for all we know, more footage may come out, and it may show Hillary being caught cheating. Maybe she's going out and cheating all the time. And then maybe she's just absolutely belittling Crowder for it. Maybe he's had enough. It's possible. So stop jumping to conclusions. Don't accuse me of being a Crowder fanboy either. Because I'm just not even going to respond to you. If you end up saying that and you don't make it to this point of the video, I'm just going to completely ignore you. You're not worth my time. You're absolutely not worth my time. I cannot stand people who act like they know things when they don't know what's going on at all. It really irritates the living hell out of me, guys. Seriously. You're going to sit here and tell me exactly what's going on and you have never been there a day in your life. It's pure ignorance. I can't stand it. Stop acting like you know people, guys. Seriously, like, it's just so frustrating. Wait, be patient. If more information comes out to show Steven Crowder's actually a monster, then there's that. But this never should have been released the way that it was. This never should have been released like that. She should have waited for more information. That was completely and totally reckless, and it makes me absolutely despise Candace Owens. She's a monster herself. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.